Hi, say Mazur top, please. Allah is the top. Wo biste Siva, Corlin Aglo. Hi, how are you, Corlin Aglio? Corin Aglio. Hi, how are you? I'm fine. What about you? How you doing, Corlin? Mahal kita. Mm-hmm. Wait a second. I'm good. Okay. Best yawn, bhai. If so, what does that mean, yawn? Like, yeah. Oh, like that. Muhammad, like little. Uh, what is wrong? What to offer? What do offer? I offer peace and tranquility. Where are you from? I am from Hong Kong. Morlong ka patla. Magbasa na NG Tagalog. What does that mean? India race. Can you say happy birthday, toy raiser? Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday, depressive. You look Pakistani. Uh, nah, that's not who I am. I am born and raised in Kashmir and then I went to Hong Kong. Hmm. So, says, hmm. Whew. Kashmir is in Pakistan, right? There are two Kashmir. One is in Pakistan and one is in India. But I don't know both of them. I'm from Hong Kong. Do you like Philippines? I had a few people. I've met a few people in the past from that place. Hmm. I'm from Kashmir, but I went to Hong Kong after that. I'm a bit confused. What do you miss most about Kashmir? Uh, Meeting like minded people. people who spread love, not hate. And the nature, the nature of Kashmir is very, very beautiful. The weather is beautiful. The air is free from pollution. Um and Where are you from? I'm from Hong Kong. Ayon Moise. Where you from? I said I'm from Hong Kong. So religion. Yes, Kashmir has beautiful mountains. Yeah, mountains, trees, lakes. Uh, so yeah, even if you go to a mosque, you see beautiful trees there, beautiful people, and there's a lot to see. You don't get bored. Uh, so religion. Mhm. How do you compare Hong Kong to Kashmir? Well, I don't know. Hong Kong is like, uh, people. It's actually pretty similar. That people are very similar there and in Kashmir. There's not a lot of difference between people in Hong Kong and Kashmir, but there's no difference, like honestly. But the simplicity and I don't think there's any difference between the people there and here. It's lovely out there and it's lovely out here. Hmm. What do you like about most about Hong Kong and dislike most? Oh, I like that if you don't step out of your house, you don't see a lot of things that you miss, and it's just easy for everyone to learn here, easy for everyone to be happy here, and you know, and I don't see fakeness in people anymore for some reason. I used to have hate for people in myself. It was like my job to hate people earlier. Uh, but I realized that it's probably because I did not keep myself busy, honestly. Busy reading, busy exercising because of that. You know, I just had some, consumed some things from Instagram, from Facebook, and some other things that are very bad for your health. So I did that, and after that, I don't know what happened to me. So yeah, I don't like to talk about Hong Kong that much, honestly. Hmm. Are you religious? Yeah, I am religious. I pray like 4 times out of 5. There are 5 prayers that Muslims have to pray 5 times a day, but I pray 4 times, honestly. Uh, so yeah, I am religious, but I'm trying to pray in the morning as well because that starts at around 4:25 a.m. in the morning. So how's it living in Hong Kong as a Muslim? I don't know. Like it's you wish sometimes to be alone. You wish that you were alone sometimes because there's a lot of confusion because people from different cultures don't understand simplicity. Sometimes it can be difficult for us to make others understand about simplicity. They will be like, let's put on some music while working out, let's listen to some music. But that just tortures my soul. Listening to music, that just tortures my soul. So sometimes I wish to be alone, to stay away from such people. Hmm. The stream is not looking that much, so I guess we will think of something at night while the sleeping stream goes on. We will think of some idea for the sleeping stream because if I want to do a sleeping stream at night, I have to put on a light because that will work. If I sleep, whew, have you faced discriminations for being Muslim? Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. I mean, people who are young, and I faced from young Indians, like who are 16 and 17. I was shocked at that moment. I remember the first time I faced it, I could not say anything. I did not like say anything. I was just shocked. And I'm happy I did not get mad or angry at all at that age. I'm happy with that. I did not get mad or I did not think of saying anything bad to that person. But yeah, it's the first time. But there are people like that, and I know sometimes you think like there are too many people who say bad stuff about religion, about someone. Basically, they are not even sure about their own lives. They are quite hollow. So, yeah. But yeah, I've also made some good friends from some friends sometimes. When I was young and lost, made friends with a Hindu guy. His name was Rishabh. And yeah, we had a good friendship, but after some time, he said that he needs to focus on his life. He's happy improving himself, going to the gym, and he wants to not play cricket in the academy anymore. We used to play cricket in a cricket academy together. Uh, so he was my one guy, one Hindu friend that I had, and another guy who his name was also like something like Sachin. And yeah, I had two friends, Sachin and Rishabh. But after that, I don't know, maybe I got too much into work. I got really happy and I really wanted to see myself too good at work, so I did not socialize that much and I was quite content with it. I remember there was a phase when every day I would wish that why do Muslims and Hindis have beef? Uh, I think that there are people like that who want controversies over small things, even if they want to inflict they want to have they have some stress in their life and they put that on other people if they and that sort of people are a lot these days, like they're just lazy, honestly. They get like they get really offended sometimes, like yeah, who मैं stream कर रहा हूँ. There are people who get offended, like you feel like why they behave like that if they are grown ups. You question that and you think that you should say that to them, but you don't. But there are people who are very sensitive and they bully other people. They bully kids. I've seen it. I saw it today. A guy beating a kid so much. I felt really bad. But I don't know. He didn't even have a conscience, or he didn't. Anybody, nobody stopped him from doing that. He beat that kid so badly, and that kid is such a good. He was a strong person, and that kid was strong, and he did not say anything. He was just maybe felt a lot of pain. And I've seen that people who have gone like that. And I wish that people, and it's best that we don't communicate with such people because they don't know the meaning of life. They don't even experience, they don't even feel things. They don't even know how lucky they are to sip water, to, just feel air. Air is, we have oxygen on this, but we are so lucky to experience it, to feel it. When we walk, air touches our body, and it's a really good thing for us. And most of the people, I think a lot of people are grateful for that, but unfortunately they don't like going into the depth of life, which is like experiencing and feeling the things that are natural, like water, like forgiving, like the emotions that we feel that are real, and not the ones that we feel while watching movies, listening to music, or wasting time. The emotions that we get from, you know, how are you, brother? Live from Kenya, I'm Kurungzi. Hello. Uh, you know, and the feelings that we get from wasting time, they are also not real. If we waste a lot of time, what do you think is the biggest reason for the continued hate between the two religion? Why has it been like this for so long? So the one who cooks food for a lot of people, and I've gone to that place. He's a Hindu, and he's not educated. He's not even, he can't read or anything. So one day I felt like doing something for humanity. I don't want to say that I'm a, like, bad person or anything, but there was a time when I still feel that. That's why I'm like spiritual. I've gone into the depths of spirituality and religion. And because humanity is also like that, so I took him to a temple because he could not communicate with the people in the temple who were guarding the temple. So I had to take him, being a Muslim. So that's something I'm very proud of, like, because I did not consume any such content or any such thing that is not relevant, or that is not going to actually make me happy. If you just, even if you consume science, yes, it can be a bit like warm for your brain at the start. You feel like something warm is going inside your brain, but it doesn't teach you to hate. Science will never ever talk about hate. Science will never ever talk about violence. Science will not never ever talk about hate. So if we read it for 2 or 3 hours and we have no talks about hate, uh, about controversies, about violence, like that, so that will have a good impact on everyone, like, right? But we have to also accept our mistakes that we have committed in the past. Like, I had a lot of people around me who eat junk food, and who talk about, who do, like, treat people based on their castes. Like, there are castes which is called as zat. For example, some people have a caste of Wani, some people have a caste of Khan, some people have a caste of Mir. It goes, and people think of, they gossip about people. This guy's from this caste, and this guy belongs to this caste. This is the lower caste, this is the higher caste. That's what people are still stuck into, and unfortunately we cannot do anything about it, because it's like they are like 27, 28, and still they talk about it. And it's like, when you go out and you see people like that who talk so nicely and behave so politely, and then you see them talk about like that, you are like, I should not, I'm not learning anything here, right? It's is I don't feel any regret if I leave this place. I won't feel any regret. Maybe the first few 15 minutes will be hard, but if I leave this place where this guy is talking about caste and lower caste and higher caste, I won't feel regret, right? Is that in India? Yeah, I saw it. I remember talking to a guy. He was a shop, like someone in a shop, and he said something like that. But I think he's still okay as a person. But honestly, the good thing about learning or experiencing or feeling is that even if less people are religious, the I remember today when I went to pray, there were like 14 or 15 people praying, and most of them were elders. They were like 60 or 70 or 50. So one thing is for sure, that if you want to improve, not a lot of people are going to be there, not a lot of people are going to try. But if you are willing to improve, you don't need a lot of people also, okay? So I identify myself as a that's a deep question, man. Oh, I really like this conversation. I like you, bro. Like, I don't know if you're a girl or a boy, but I would appreciate more people like who are trying to talk about things that matter. So let me ask you a question, okay? I will ask a simple question to you. So, if a guy who's in love with someone who is from another religion, this is something that I just like spoke to someone about it. A guy from a community from one religion is in love with a girl from another religion, and his parents have not accepted that relation, and because he does not have a job yet, which makes sense. Like, they are like, you don't even have a job, how you gonna like get married and all. And he's really angry at his family, mad at his brother and all. So for a guy who's in love with someone and he knows that they can't be together, or the girl politely said, no, I can't be with you, what advice you have for that guy? How can he get over that girl, or how he can get over something that has had an impact on his heart? Can you give some advice, bro? I just want to see, like, want to see what you will say, okay? भाई मेरे नाम बोस. हम्म, भाई चलो हिंदी में बोलता हूँ. अगर किसी लड़के को किसी लड़की से प्यार हुआ जो दूसरे रिलीजन की है, अब उनको पता है कि वो एक साथ नहीं रह सकते, तो ऐसे लड़के को क्या एडवाइस दोगे कि वो कैसे भुला पाए उस लड़की को, अपने दिमाग से, अपने ख्यालों से कैसे निकाले? क्या आपके पास कोई इसका जवाब है? Find a job and girls and relationships will follow. Hmm. That's actually true. Like, if you start working, that's true. A lot of problems will go away. Even if you don't have a job, if you try to, learn something that will help you get a job, even that will make you forget that person. That's for sure. Even if you try, or you get physically fit, you eat healthy, you don't overeat, that will also help. That's true. Uh, I also think that. Yeah. So you have an identity crisis. What does that mean? Can you speak something more truly? What? I just came to talk and see how will this stream go, honestly. I think this stream went okay. Not as good as I expected, but because today I'm not able to put that time into work or learn something, I just have to. I like and dislike all of the countries you have been raised and have no favorite or least favorite. Uh, yeah, I mean, like, I know that you won't agree with me on this, but I think this was a very good stream for me. I don't think you spoke something weird or spoke something fantastic, but the stream was productive. I meant you like, mm-hmm. Well, it's good you have been raised in diversity. Yeah, I mean, there are people who do different jobs, and I talk to them. Some people who wash cars, and some people who own a shop, a good business, and some people who work in a corporate. And I think that the people who are greedy, they did not change. Even if they had money, they started earning, they still did not help anyone. Like, I did not see any change in that, which is unfortunate. So I'm trying not to be that person, who starts hating people, becomes greedy. That is my mission or motto, you can say. I try never ever become a greedy person because that will hurt me the most. That's for sure. If you were to raise your family in three countries, where would you choose? I think Finland because that place is very very beautiful. Uh, and Saudi Arab because it's very close to Makkah, Medina, and hopefully I'll get a job there. And third where I would just be happy to be raised in the state where I'm from. Ahmad, hello, क्या हाल है Ahmad? I think I'm not sure any one of these three. I think Hong Kong is better. Hong Kong is very very safe. Good evening because the people here don't get offended. That's for sure. Finland is cold. Okay, let's think of something. Maybe Norway. Norway, so I can see the northern lights. That would be amazing. Pretty amazing. Good evening to myself. Have you been to mainland China? No, I had a friend out there, and he became a doctor. He became a doctor, but he's kind of depressed right now. Don't put your beard in your mouth. It's haram. Hey, come on, shut up. My friend in China, he became a doctor. I took some advice from him about diet, and he gave a dumb advice. He said, "Eat as much as you want." That's some dumb advice, man. Like, come on. Anything that touch your body here is haram, bro. Ah, shut up, man. So, why aren't Chinese religious? That's, I don't know, bro. But I heard that they are very, very hardworking. They open their hospitals at around 8 a.m. in the morning and close at 8 a.m. at night. That's crazy, right? They start working at 8 a.m. in the morning and they close at like 9 p.m. That's crazy, right? But yeah, you can say there is injustice in India. That's for sure. Like the police support the people who are morally corrupt. I remember that there was a very sad incident that happened in front of my eyes. A young kid got attacked by someone who was mentally unstable, and nobody did anything to stop that mentally unstable guy. They were just pretending like they were not there. They were just so close. They were just 5 feet away, and they closed their doors, and they thought nobody would see that. And I felt heartbroken at that time, a bit heartbroken, honestly. Chatterjee, a Bengal, is teaching a Muslim how to be halal. Yeah, he's crazy. Sandhi is crazy. He's full of shit, man. So, yeah, there is injustice in India. So, you know, that's true. Like, I remember, like, that was a crazy guy and nobody stopped him. I felt very bad for that day. But that's the truth of life. Like, even if the worst thing happens, if something very unfair happened to somebody, there will be people who won't help, which is why there is no regret if nobody is your friend, nobody talks to you, nobody is your well-wisher. Well, Pakistan is much more safe. I don't know about Pakistan, but I saw something in front of my own eyes and it wasn't a dream, you know. And still that guy is roaming free, and I don't know why people are so fake. I tried to help that kid. I remember I feel good about, still feel that he abused the shit out of me. He abused me so much and nobody else helped. I remember that, and that's how this world, I just don't feel attracted to this world anymore. Like, you know, you don't feel worried even if you're comfortable with being broke, then you can challenge anything in life. But obviously you won't get, like, even if you get broken, like somebody betrays you, you may call somebody a friend and you just I'm a I saw a woman get gang raped by 1,000. That is not true. That is so fake. That is fake news. You read from WhatsApp universities. Who benefits when Muslims and Hindus fight? Because somebody must benefit for it to last so much long. I think, I don't know, but the people who are not aware, self-aware, and they are think they the people who are not self-aware, they are the ones who get benefited from it because they're like, we get rich, we suppress the poor, and the poor listen to us because we suppress them. So, and they listen to the people who are not self-aware and they take advantage of those people. Hmm. I don't know why I sound low, but I'm feeling a bit weird. I'm not sad at all. I'm not never sad, honestly, because I've tried to live a very simple life, which doesn't hurt even a fly. That's what my goal in life is: live such a simple life that you don't even have to hurt a fly. Where are you from? I live in Hong Kong. Is religion the problem or is it people? Definitely it is the people, bro. What about Uyghurs? I don't know about Uyghurs. But yeah, definitely the people, because it's a very sad truth that we have free education these days. If we search anything online, we wanted something to study in the past, we wanted to pursue good marks in 12th or engineering, or we want to learn something new, we want to learn a programming language, it is free. And that's the worst part about people, or that's the most heartbreaking thing anywhere that could happen, that people don't trust science, they don't trust knowledge, and they are just doing the same thing every day, getting into fights, attacking people, waiting for someone else to make a mistake and then judge them, uh, getting depressed because their family is not listening to them. I remember there was a time when people would come to me, man, my brother beats me. I remember there was a guy who was saying that his brother beats him. And I said, he might have done it once or twice, you know, that, and can't you forgive him if somebody beats you just once? Because I said, I saw his brother and he didn't beat him. He was working with him for like 10 or 12 hours and he did not beat his brother. And still, the younger, the brother said that, you know, my brother beats me, that's why I don't like to be around this guy. I said, can't you forgive him? Why are you taking it so personally? Why can't you forgive your own parents, man? They raised you. That's it. What are the happiest countries? Why are the happiest countries not religious? Why very religious countries are poor, at war, oppressed, and least happy? I don't think, as far as there is internet, even in Pakistan or India or Hong Kong, there is geo fiber. In Hong Kong, they got something else, but in India and Kashmir, there is geo fiber. So if you put on $800 for a month, which is affordable, which is like 25 to 600, 24, 120, 5s are 156, uh, so like 26 rupees per day, which is affordable. You know, you can educate yourself, which is incredible. So I don't think there is any way we can lose hope, because there is so much youth in India, Pakistan, and Nigeria, everywhere, Africa, Hong Kong, Palestine. I can't talk about Palestine, man. That's just heartbreaking. So they're just heartbreaking. But let's just focus on one thing that I want to say. Yes, there are people who are suffering more than us, but education and internet is very affordable these days in the countries that I spoke about, India, Pakistan, Hong Kong. It's very affordable and education is free. Like you can learn so much. And let me tell you, even if you learn so much and you get frustrated while learning, you won't get overwhelmed by that anger, and that anger won't hurt anyone. That's what makes the difference, you know, when you learn or study or educate yourself. I think because people stop learning after some time, and once they start making money, they stop learning, reading. They don't read. That's the truth. If you look at Bill Gates, he reads like 6 or 8 newspapers every day. I don't know about madrasa. Madrasa seems like a proper place. I have been to madrasa, and the people, I swear I met children from madrasa and they were so well behaved. They were so polite to me. They respected me so much. But as far as anything in this world, there is money in the heart. You go to pray, you pray, you make friends, you call somebody a friend. But if you are not real, you don't, you see money in them and you go, hi, how are you? And see, you see no money in them. You see them poor, walking in a simple car, like driving a simple car, and you don't shake hands with them. And you think that, this guy is having a bad day. But what if that guy is happy in that car? Maybe that's what you can learn from them, you know. Mm, like, if somebody is happy in a simple car or simple clothes, he doesn't spend a lot of money on himself, but he's still content. That is going to be the biggest change in somebody's life you can make, is that if you live a simple life. Like, so if madrasa is there, the problem is not education, it has to be something else, maybe politicians and religious. Let me be simple with you, okay? The people who have money, they don't have help the poor. That happens everywhere. When I was in Kashmir, I heard that people from downtown, I've not been to downtown, but I've heard that the houses there are very close to one another. So the saying is that if a house has a problem, the houses next to them help them. But I've not been to downtown. Unfortunately, the people here don't do that. Like, a lot of people, if there is somebody poor who's hungry, unfortunately it is so common these days that nobody helps such problem people. Inequality, 100% inequality. And even if you have more than what you need, then what's more, you can give it away. And if you make that a habit of giving that stuff away, if you have more money, or if your parents, you're rich, you are broke, but you still have food, you have more food than you can eat, then you can save that food and give it, or the money that you will save will go to someone else, because the time that people are spending into spending money, you can put that time into learning, and that money will also be saved because you put that time into learning. You learn science, and there's no point or no talk about money in science, right? We study coding, we study maths. There's no talk about money in maths. After 10th or 11th, there's integration, linear equations. There's no talk about money. So how your mind is going to think even about that? And the time you put into learning is also going to be the time you don't get diverted into thinking too much about buying stuff. And if you save that money and give into somebody poor, you will not have inequality in yourself, which is what matters, I guess. Because when you really become enlightened, you will stop thinking that what this guy doesn't do it, I won't do that either. Rather than that, you say, oh God, ya Allah, just make me a good person, and I don't care if people abuse me, make fun of me, I will take it very politely. But just make me a good person. And I don't care if just make me a good person. I don't care about, I'll not judge other people's, even if they make the same mistake twice, or even if they don't change, I will not judge others. But please just change me, just keep, if I'm being kind to others, just keep me that for the rest of my life. Because if we keep our innocence within ourselves, we don't lose our innocence, we don't lose that inner child, you know we don't that inner child who doesn't want greed. You're starting to sound like a communist or a socialist. I don't know, like, I'm a socialist, that for sure. I like being social, I like socializing through charity. That is my belief. If you help someone, you also spend time to them, you talk about them, talk to them about other things, or also learn about how they spend money, and why is it that they are busy most of the time, and how do they spend money, and how do they save money. Saving money is like, it's a wonderful thing to do. I'm talking too much, but that's what happened with me. I started realizing that if you have nothing, like, you don't have your own money, you don't make money, you I don't think sharing wealth will solve inequality. You have to address the root problem, which is poverty, and understanding why the gap between the is mostly in politics and corrupt. Not mostly in politics, bro, but it's everywhere. If a poor guy goes to a shop and asks for, if he has 2 or 3 rupees less, or 2 or 3 dimes less, let's say he buys something for 48 rupees, and the shopkeeper says it's 52, you're 4 rupees short. If that's a poor person, I can tell you that the shopkeeper won't help that poor person. That is for sure. People don't help others anymore, which is the truth. But, but, why should I not help people? Why should I not help them, even if they don't help me back? That's a pretty good thing. Will you regret ever in your when you go to sleep, I helped someone who didn't help me? You will not regret it because it will make you prepared for the world outside, which is where are things where people will take your emotions for granted. But you are like, hey, I helped someone, but they didn't help me back. You won't regret it. Rather than that, that will make you just, that's the way it is, right? And that is what stoic. Have you heard of hello, bro? Ah, hello. Yeah, corrupt. There is problem in corruption and greed also. Beard looks classic. Thanks. Because there is a few people who have their parents don't share, and the children also don't share. The parents who don't give sadhka or charity, their children don't even do that. That's for sure. If I see my father giving money to the poor, that I will also be like, for the first time, I'll also be like, he's dumb. When I saw my father like share money with the poor for the first time, I thought, why did you do that? That was silly. But after some time, I realized it is for my own welfare. I feel healthier inside. It's like a positive rush of emotions goes inside me when I start helping people. I'm from Hong Kong, buddy. Hong Kong. What about, so as I was saying, yeah, you're right on this great mind that, what's your name? Huh? You are really, really mean, right? That's a weird name. It's capitalism. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Capitalism. That's true. Angelo Marx. There was someone like in history. His name was Angelo Marx of something. He said like, capitalism destroys socialism. It's harsh, but it works. Socialism has proven to bring more. I know it can't solve poverty. I know that, bro. I know that. But okay, if I am poor, assume I am poor, okay? I eat 2 meals a day, breakfast and lunch. Other than that, I have nothing. Okay? That's also because I have some pension of my parents. I'm living on my pension, and I can just afford 2 meals a day. Okay? Let's just take a very good example of this. Until I am poor, if I forgive people quickly, if I don't see negativity in people, if I'm self aware, if I educate myself constantly, if I can't afford to go to the gym because I have less money, I can jog in a park, or jog in a garden, in a park. It's free to do that. You can sweat in places which are free. And through that, I will definitely not be poor from here and here. You know, you know if you're happy in life, you can be happy if you can just eat 2 meals a day. Well, I say YouTube live stream. you know that is something I can assure you, because I live like that. I don't This shirt is like 2 years old. I've been wearing it. I just have two shirts and I'm happy. I have just two shirts. I can ask my parents to bring five more. Honestly, it won't take 5 days to do that. But I know I've done that thing in the past and it didn't give me any fulfillment. Contentment is the new, I believe contentment is the new rich. Richness lies in being content in life for me right now. Until I don't get rich, I have to be content. That is for sure, so that I don't get greedy. And you're right, maybe that doesn't solve poverty, but I have seen like being poor is okay, but being greedy, it sucks, man. In your own house, you started holding grudges against your family just to fulfill your greed. You start doing injustice to your own family. You close your door, open Pornhub, and you're like, just, you know you don't even share money with your. And you have to get used to being alone, because if I say that go outside and say it, people won't understand it, because then we would see more people praying. Why are people sad these days? Because they don't know about their own religion. They don't help the poor. This is written in every religion: Hinduism, Muslim, I don't know about Sikhism, but every religion says help the poor. If you are poor and you have more, give it away. You're talking about happiness. We all derive happiness from different things depending on how we were raised. The same happy, yes, but from where I was raised, I saw my dad giving some money to the poor when I was in sixth standard. It happened in 2009, and I got angry at him. I was like, yeah, he's trying these, like, that doesn't make any difference to your life. Why are you giving money to him? He said this is between me and Allah. I said, like, what? But when I realized, when I spend money on myself, I just get involved in so many things which take away my soul. Like, if I spend too much money and go out for a ride and see girls outside and start thinking, hey, this girl has to be my like girlfriend or wife. I want to have a relationship with her, you know. Rather than that, if I was content with my life and didn't ask my parents for any money, I would have saved myself from all that poverty of my heart. Like, that you can't say that masturbation is, even masturbation, maybe not masturbation, masturbating won't make you rich, right? If you stop masturbating, you won't get rich, right? But if you masturbate, let me be absolutely clear with you, you will be a lot more sad, you will be a lot more incompetent, you will be a lot more, you will be a lot more jealous and insecure. Even if you are poor, but don't be jealous, insecure. You know, First, we gotta be absolutely happy, even if we have 2 meals a day, morning and breakfast and lunch. We gotta be absolutely content. We gotta know, how do I stop thinking about food if I don't have money? Do I know? How is it? How is it healthy? Then you see and you search articles about science. Science says 1 meal a day is very, very healthy. Every scientist says that. India's top Hong Kong's top nutritionist says that 1 meal a day is enough. The top nutritionist in Hong Kong right now, his video is on YouTube. He says 1 meal a day is enough. So if you are poor, but you are not complaining, you're happy, you know, then there are people who won't change, who will bring up the past issues because they are not even able to stop thinking. They will jerk off today, let me tell you very honestly. The people who say bring up the past, they are going to go to their beds and jerk off tonight. Let me tell you, that is how they live. The same happiness you find in sharing is the same thing that one finds in another way, like with friends or shopping. It's sad, but it's still happiness. Contentment doesn't bring happiness, it just reduces stress. Sharing is good and help can, can help someone when he's at the lowest. You are right on that. Absolutely. That's a beautiful point. Okay. When I started learning about sharing, when I started caring, you are absolutely right that the beggars also started coming up to me. Hey, help me, help me. That is absolutely true. The beggars will come in lines to you. That is true. But let me tell you what happened. On the 27th of September 2023, I saw someone fixing shoes. We call that person boot Shernavunwol, like somebody who fixes shoes with stitching, And that guy, and I saw videos on YouTube or read somewhere, if you see someone poor, but that guy is working, that is the guy you should help or give charity to. Even if it's a girl, you see somebody poor selling socks or working every day, You give charity to that. Luckily I found that person on, like, and for a month I disappeared. I was playing my PlayStation. You can check on my channel from 27th of September 2023. I bought the PlayStation 5, and for 1 month I got addicted to gaming, and I forgot about helping that person. I became unhealthy and I could not think about sharing. It was just away from me. Exactly. And on the 15th of November, I made my first donation to that guy. I asked my parents for that, and everyone supported it because my father already does that. And it's been 7 months: November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. June. Every single month, I have given him so much money, and because he was the deserving one. I knew this guy won't misuse this money because he works every day. And that gives still gives me a lot of contentment. And I still remember, anyone who has a heart or is real in life, is kind, would see that guy, would feel bad because he's an honest man, and not a lot of people were trying to help him. So I went there alone. At first I started talking to him. I saw you a few months back, and I just felt that you needed help, and I would like to help you. And after that, he just said, about we spoke for like an hour or two. And as I was talking to him, there were people like that. Hey, a girl came up and said, hey, ये वहां पर क्यों बैठा है? She was Indian. She said, ये वहां पर उसके साथ क्यों बैठा है? I still remember that. And I wanted to listen to that guy also, because I promised myself that I will keep this as a gentle reminder to myself, that every day I walk through this road, I remember I have to work to stay humble and to share, to always remember. And for as long as I live, I will share everything I have, like as much as I can, because this guy is honest. And if I stay honest, I will save more money. And if I'm kind, I'm not heartless. And if I believe in sharing, I live a simple life. I save money. I don't ask for money from my parents. I can help this guy. And today it's been 7 months, and every month I have given a sadqa or zakat from my parents' money to that guy. It's the truth, and it still gives me a lot of happiness. And till this day, nobody helped him other than one guy did. He came in his car and took him for a ride and said, I'm doing this for Oparwala. And after that, he disappeared. Just one day, someone else helped him. After that, and I've been doing that for 7 months, and I'm very happy about it. When you make these things a habit, you don't have to worry about a lot of things. I just don't want to maybe you're right. I'm not trying to be happy. I'm just trying not to be worry. You're right, because success takes a lot of time. Success is unpredictable. When my YouTube channel got viral, I was absolutely nowhere in life. And I remember, like, I did not make money from YouTube, but still I got 1 million views, a video of mine, which is a record from the place where I am. But honestly, I get a bit of, like, yeah, that's true. I get a bit of a satisfaction that is different from it. But honestly, at that time, I was not helping people. I was still had a lot of bad habits. I was smoking. I was into bad stuff at that time. So, yeah. Okay. So, how do you personally define happiness and success? Success is something, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a successful person, but I'm a happy person. I'm going to be honest. I study every day, I learn every day, but I'm not successful. I'm not successful. Except for YouTube. I have not, I don't know. A few days back, YouTube's AdSense pin came to my home, the AdSense pin, and they said, now we have done your address verification. That's the only thing that has happened. But I'm not successful, but I'm definitely happier. I'm learning every day. I'm exercising every day. I'm stopping abusing every day. I don't abuse anyone. I don't abuse anyone in my head, but I'm a happy person. That's for sure. Happiness comes through when you don't have thoughts about sinning. Sinning means guna in Islam. Guna means seeing somebody, seeing a girl, seeing somebody successful and getting jealous from them. That is hasad. If you don't feel hasad in you, that is also going to make you happy. If you don't envy other people's success, you won't be sad. So you will also be happy. If you see a girl and you walk away or go away somewhere else, that will also bring you happiness because you did not sin. So if you are not able to you are not thinking about sinning, that is happiness for me. Because no matter how people are, they give up in front of innocence or honesty. They are like, I still get hugs from people I did not thought would ever hug me. They are like, Ikram, if I die tomorrow, so I wanted to hug you. That's what happened with me today. A guy hugged me twice and said, hug me again. He said, if I die tomorrow, I don't know, I wanted to hug you. Because positivity comes through when you are not thinking about sinning. Sinning means guna, like, yeah, that's true. But obviously, you can take advice from millionaires also. Like every millionaire. Okay, let's talk about Bill Gates. Love from London. Thank you. अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरे लाइव वीडियो पर व्यूज़ नहीं आते हैं, ये क्या वजह है, प्लीज़ रिप्लाई। पता नहीं नवीद यार, मैं नहीं जानता। मैं इवन आई डोंट नो व्हाई पीपल वॉच माय वीडियोस समटाइम्स, बिकॉज सक्सेस इज एब्सोल्युटली अनप्रेडिक्टेबल. इट इज द मोस्ट अनप्रेडिक्टेबल थिंग. एंड व्हेन आई ट्राई समथिंग आई से, अगर अल्लाह ने चाहा तो हो जाएगा. यू नो if I like you a video if a video on YouTube get views, that means it was a successful video. But I don't know how it got successful, honestly. I just say, अगर अल्लाह ने चाहा तो हो जाएगा. That is what I say. सिर्फ अल्लाह को पता है. That is it. So there's nothing like, only God knows when will success will happen. But definitely we can try every day. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Ikram Ansari. How do you personally define happiness? Okay. How are you? Assalamu alaikum. मेरे live video पर. Bro, don't worry. Success. People judge success on money, but money doesn't make you happy. People who have been more than happy than multi-million. Life is all about love. From if not sinning makes people happy, why are so many good people depressed and unhappy? That is okay. If somebody watches the stream, I'll answer. Okay, so great mind is saying, if not sinning makes people happy, like if I don't think about sinning is also like being corrupt from your heart, morally corrupt. If I get moral values in my life and I stop sinning, why are so many good people depressed and unhappy? Okay, that's a question. Let me be honest with you. The people who are depressed are lazy. If you are happy, you cannot be happy and lazy at the same time. If you are happy and lazy at the same time, that is not happiness. You have to try harder. But if you are happy and not lazy, that is called happiness. Happiness and laziness can never exist at the same time. That is for absolute sure. I can write this quote all the time. If somebody who's been through who lives the way I live, I think this is the most simple way to define happiness, that happiness and laziness can never ever be at the same time, can never exist at this. If you wish that you would never get angry at your family, if you I wish I would never get angry at my family, that would give me so much happiness or so much peace. Or I would be happy in my own house. I would start trusting my parents again. I would not doubt their intentions. But if you are lazy, you won't be able to forgive your own family. And in Kashmir, the place where I am from, people still are very close to their families. The place where I lived, Kashmir, the people are very, very close to their families, and they live with their families even if they get a job or they get married. And I also believe in that. If you get a job, you don't, even if you, because when people don't have a job, they were in schools, they were living with their parents in Kashmir. And because modernity does not mean westernization, that is something. Modernity can come through learning, reading books, and it doesn't mean you have to go to westernization for modernity, you know. And whatever you're saying, why are so many good people depressed and unhappy? I told you, you cannot be happy and lazy at the same time. And if you are happy, you better not be lazy, because love takes some energy, okay? If you have energy, you can be happy. Let me close the curtains. Ah, what do you say to that guy, you know? I don't agree. Maybe for people who find happiness while working, also hard workers aren't happy. They are always looking for more. You know, that's how you take life. You know, I remember there was a saying, when I was young, when I was 18, they said, do something, but don't, you know, if you have a passion for doing, even, it's in Hindi, okay, I'll say it. It goes like, अगर इंसान को नाकामयाब होना है तो उस चीज में हो जाए जो उसको पसंद है. It means even if you get unsuccessful at something, you get unsuccessful at something that you like. Have you ever heard it? It's called, that is also what passion means. No, no, no. I meant lazy in terms of, just like, for example, if somebody says, if my parent says, hey, behave nicely, and it's my fault, and if I'm not lazy, I will behave nicely. It's a simple definition of not being lazy. If I make a mistake, if I let's I cheat someone, and somebody says to me, or you know, I misbehave with someone. Behavior, ikhlaq, you know, zaban, they say a person who's loved by the creator has a good tongue. That means he's very kind with his words. I mean, lazy, just simply lazy, like, you know, have you ever seen a lazy person be good at maths? Yeah, somebody is talented, they can be. Okay, let's get serious. I'm just going to take a bit of a short break to flex my knees, because my I've been sitting with crossed legs for a while. Yeah, so let's just, okay, I'll be back. Let's continue, because like when we were talking, you know, I did not take your words for granted. That's also, we're not lazy, okay, when we were having this conversation. But once this conversation is over, we have to still not be lazy. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, we have to still not be absent minded. You know what, that's what I'm trying to say. You don't you don't have to be alert, you know, that like, how do I say it, like, alert doesn't mean being stressed, okay? Or using your brain does not mean being stressed. Have you heard Jeff Bezos says stress doesn't come from working or trying or learning or studying or exercising? Stress doesn't come from that. Have you heard about that? The day when people start living like that, that they understand that stress is not coming from a padai, somebody studying, and they don't. So basically, you mean that people have to work for happiness, and that happiness cannot come to you. Yes, but when you are working, you can understand that you don't feel lazy anymore. And maybe that's the point when you know you're gonna get happy. Maybe you don't have to study 8 hours a day. But there's a point when you don't have to worry about, you know, learning 8 hours a day. But there's a point when you're learning and you realize you're not lazy anymore. You don't, you know, you're not gonna get, you understand that you feel something in your heart changes when you're working, while you're working, and you realize you don't feel, you know, that obsession of going, you know, of falling or looking at girls. You don't feel that obsession of looking at girls. on phone. You don't feel obsessed about looking at your phone or searching for on your phone. That's when you have to. That's when you know. I like you, great mind. Please come up with more questions. You are the only, probably the only reasonable person I spoke to today. Rest of the people, they don't know shit. Maybe we spoke for a very long time now. Oh, it's time to pray. It's like just 15 minutes left for the next prayer, which is a good sign. 20 minutes, and yeah, and it will take me. For me, happiness is that's a good. Okay, let's listen to this guy. Let's listen to his opinion. I want to listen to your opinion. Great, my okay. What's your real name? I don't know what's your real name. For me, happiness is human interaction, having a close circle, and I also agree with you, contentment and not comparing. Thanks, bro. I like your reasoning too. Thank you so much. I would like to give all the credit to my engineering, okay? Because that is what helped me. Education, science, it took me away from the fictional world of Bollywood, Hollywood, movies, songs, politics, all those things that just didn't help. And yeah, be content. That's a beautiful thing. Oh, Brian, I really appreciate you. Brian, I want to make you the admin of this page because you're very sensible. Let me make you. How do I make you? Okay, I'm gonna put you as a moderator because you sound very reasonable. Okay, do you want to be a moderator for this channel? Like you can control a lot of things for this because you sound like you're trying in life. You are very hopeful of okay. I'll make you because you really tried, okay? Okay. If you continue on this, I can tell you I will because I love education. I love education means everything to me. So I will and we will try and talk like this because from when Omegle got banned, we couldn't talk to people and people would bring up very weird things. I hope that we talk about good things from now. We talk about self improvement, self help, meditation, all that stuff. Okay, thank you for being such a wonderful audience. Ah, it's time to pray, I guess now. Thank you, you guys. You can do it. Let's just say for some more, maybe some questions or anything. Any other question? Thanks. That was a great conversation. It's okay, Brian. I'll just say that you can always, okay. You can always ask questions because you don't abuse. That's a very good thing. You are a very lucky. The people who don't abuse, they don't realize how lucky they actually are. That's a very good thing. You're not. It's a good thing. Can be happy without religion. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know how to answer this question, bro. This is a question that I don't think about that much. Like, people can be religious because it's religion taught me about, like, I for me religion also means socialize. If I go to pray today, nobody will stop me because I'm unemployed from entering the mosque. Tell me one place where you get that sort of a behave the people or treat you or invite you into their houses if you are unemployed. I don't know any other place on this planet where you can go, and if you are unemployed you will not feel judged, right? So that's it. Religion also means for me to socialize. I meet people there, shake hands with them, and hopefully, and some people I'll ignore because they are still stuck. They don't help. They don't They are not like changing, they have hate in themselves. So I don't know, my man. Religion also means a break from life for me. Like if I'm studying for too long and I want to take a break and I say, hey, it's time to pray, that's also a break, because you need breaks, and I don't know any other valid reason for taking a break other than religion. And religion also helped me with psychology, because it says music isn't bad for health, mental health. It already says in my holy Quran that in the holy Quran that music is bad for health. I don't know, bro. Like, let's just, okay, we'll talk about it someday else, okay? I'll tell you very honestly, great mind or Brian, I'm a very religious person. मैं को बोले मिस मानो ना उसने बनाओ नहीं मिस यहाँ कहीं गलती. Okay, so now, so the culture and the people where I grew up, they are also religious. And I don't feel lonely when I go to pray. There are 15, 20 people there. And it feels when I see people praying together, that's a pretty good feeling, when people pray together. And the people who don't pray, even they know that they want to pray, but they don't pray. It's like that. The people who don't study, they also want to get good marks, but they don't study. And there are things that I don't know about life, about nature. And you know maybe we'll talk about religion someday else, Brian. I'm just kidding. I'm playing a prank on you. Ha ha ha. I'm playing a prank on you. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I played a prank on this guy. Oh man. Oh man. Oh Brian, okay. Oh Brian. Oh man, oh man. I'm funny. Okay. Okay, guys.